Game 7 or for championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining, and they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Ervin. Ervin and Curry, one-on-one. Ervin puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up? And welcome to the Taproom Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. Stacks on Stacks, lads. Joined with my man Swerving, Ervin, Washington, who is sweating over these Dodgers fucking looking stinky against the Nationals tonight. Other than that, how you doing tonight?
I'm chilling. Make sure you drink water. Beat the heat.
Is it still hot out there?
It was 92 today.
Damn.
But I'll take 92 over 115 and 112 and all that any day of the week.
It was only like 96 here today, but we did have a fucking crazy monsoon that came through. Like just terrestrial downpour for like 2 minutes, dude. Like I've never seen anything like it.
Is this pitcher doing? That's back-to-back wild pitches. Yeah, Vegas weather be crazy sometime, bro.
Yep, the desert, baby. It's awesome.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Nah, but we got a good show on store today. First of all, we are being brought to you by Devour, which is right below us. Make sure to go to devour.com. Use the promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your couch. That's how great it is. I'm an advocate of it. Ben is also an advocate. It's a good product. Go out, do it. We're giving you 10 free dollars. That's basically 2 free pints of beer. Do it. Devour. Anyways, we got a good show on deck. We got a lot of news, a couple of news stories that kind of broke out today. One of them I wouldn't really call like news per se, but Kyler signed his deal. A little excerpt from his contract comes out. We'll discuss that. And we'll also talk about these MLB playoff races that are coming down to the wire right now. We had a couple big games tonight that with playoff implications, and we'll discuss those and kind of look ahead to some games tomorrow, which have playoff implications. Sorry, I was pulling up the standings real quick. But before we get to that, let's talk about this Kevin Durant news that broke Irv today. So literally me and Ben record last night, and of course we always talk about it. Every time we record on Sunday, news drops on Monday mornings, like we miss it. And the big story was Kevin Durant, Brooklyn Nets, Boston Celtics had not contract negotiations, but they each had a proposal for the other team, and it involved Jaylen Brown. Obviously, neither team liked what the other team had to offer, but this morning, Jaylen Brown tweets out, SMH, shaking my head. Like, what do you think of these rumors? Do you think KD eventually gets traded? Does this make Boston more I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Maybe they need to do this now because like that could cause friction in the locker room, right? Or within the organization. Like, what's your thoughts on what happened today?
I would definitely understand why Jaylen Brown would be blindsided. He probably didn't see himself getting mentioned in for trades or even thought about getting traded because, he's never publicly demanded one, or even, he's dedicated to the Celtics. Y'all was 2 games away from a championship. So they feel like they close. Honestly, I don't even know why the Celtics would even involve themselves in the KD trade, because they would lose one of their strongest attributes, which is their depth. They only really needed a ball handler and a point guard and a facilitator, and their team would be complete. But if they're trading for Kevin Durant, you're giving up either Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Probably got to give up Marcus Smart. They're going to want a couple pieces off that defense. Off the bench, probably Williams or what's the other dude that came on this year? White, probably him. And they're going to want first-round picks and pick swaps, because if Rudy Gobert went for 5 first-rounders, KD is going for at least 7, 8, maybe even 10.
Yep. I agree. I think I mean, I get what Brooklyn's doing. Brooklyn's trying to leverage like what they have, right? They're trying to get the most out of the asset that they have. Like if they're gonna lose Kevin Durant, which Kevin Durant on their team makes them a title contender as is, right? A top 3 or 4 team in the East, when healthy. So if they're gonna lose him, they want, enough in return that they're not gonna like drop off in that much production. So I understand like their position, but I agree with you. To me, I was like, why? Like, are the Celtics even negotiating? Like, they were literally, like you said, a point guard away from being the best team in the nation last year in the league. So what are they doing? But then I kind of thought about it, and like, who leaked this is the biggest question, because maybe someone from Brooklyn leaked it to kind of show like, hey, we do have a team that is serious about putting a star caliber player into it, right? Like the Raptors or the what's the other teams that are the Heat, the Suns, etc. You all right, dude?
Water went down the wrong fucking.
Damn, my guy over here choking. But I think that it for whoever leaked this did it for a reason, dude. Maybe the Celtics leaked it because Brian, our boy Brian Lewis, he's always said that he sees the Celtics eventually trading Brian Lewis. Like Jaylen Brown. Sorry, he's been saying this for like years, dude. I mean, he's there in Boston, right? He's tapped into the people around there too.
Yeah, because I remember he said his name was coming up in trades for Mitchell.
Yep. So it's like maybe he doesn't want to be traded, but maybe the organization like
they probably see him as expendable because they know Jason Tatum is the star.
Yep.
Not saying Jaylen Brown's not a star because he's a multiple time All-Star now and he
was arguably their best player in the finals.
Yeah. So and he arguably could have won. I think he was close for most improved player, right? I think he finished like second or third or some shit like that. But
I think it was last year he did.
Yeah, the year before that. So I would definitely put him at that star level, top 25 player in the league.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess they just see him as expendable, and then they think they could put Kevin Durant next to Jason Tatum. That could be a really dominant.
Probably makes him the favorite, to be honest, but you're right. They do lose depth.
But they will lose depth. And you got to think that KD and Jason Tatum aren't great facilitators too. So could they fall into that trap of playing ISO ball like KD and Kyrie do? Probably not with Malcolm Brogdon being the point guard because he's a pretty good facilitator too. But that would be the only downside to having a KD and a Jason Tatum, because other than that, you're getting two people that can score 30 every night.
The other downside to that too, and adding on to the depth piece, is that Malcolm Brogdon has never played a full season.
That's true. Yeah, he hasn't proven to be durable
at all.
I think this is a trade Boston should honestly just stay away from and be happy with what they got. Honestly, all they really need is probably, after getting Malcolm Brogdon, they just probably need another shooter, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they got Danilo Gallinari. I think their roster is set.
Yeah, they set then. They got, because I think, Brian did mention Brogdon and Gallo. So, why do they even want KD? This shit makes no sense to me, honestly.
That's why I'm saying, like, someone from Brooklyn probably leaked this, dude, for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the Celtics never even had these maybe they had, like, a quick call, and Brooklyn's like, hey, offer us this, right? Or we'll give you KD for this, and Brooklyn said no.
Because they said 20-something teams reached out to the Nets, so it's more than likely Boston just put a filler out and seeing what the package might have to look like.
Exactly. Because you got to do your due diligence, dude. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what are you looking for KD? I mean, I'm sure other teams did it too that, you never even hear about. Like, I'm sure Milwaukee even did it. Hey, what do you want for KD?
Minnesota.
You want Giannis. Okay, bye. You know?
Oh man, so it's not like it kind of will mess up the psyche of a Jaylen Brown, because it'll make him think like, damn, I get his organization my all. I've been, perfect in and out the locker room, not a distraction. So why would they want to trade me? All that goes back to ego. Not saying he's an egotistical player, but at the end of the day, some players understand there's a business, but 9 times out of 10, most players are going to hold a grudge. Like DeMar DeRozan still haven't forgave the fucking what's the days for traded him.
The Raptors.
The Raptors. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to get into this, you have to understand, first and foremost, it's a business, right? And that's kind of like my first thought about Jaylen Brown saying that is like, first of all, you don't even know if they had these negotiations. This is someone saying that sources told them. Nobody has any like actual concrete information that it's like, yes, these talks
but
did
usually
happen.
when Jordan, when stuff like that leak is usually true. It's just a lot of the teams usually don't want to get out. But like you said, it had to be somebody on the Brooklyn side that leaked this because I'm pretty sure the Celtics wouldn't leak this, and they don't never do business like that, letting people know what they're about to do.
Yep.
Even Danny Ainge has sat on all them damn picks for years. He never let anybody know what he about to do.
Yep.
And that dude is trying to hoard all the picks in the world from Gobert and Spider Mitchell. But I know what he's trying to do, and I hope it doesn't happen.
What do you think he's trying to do?
He's trying to load up on picks to get your boy, the dude from France.
Wembanyama?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that like he's gonna be a pick next year, so your best chance of getting him isn't by trading your best player and getting picks for him. It's by tanking and losing as many games as you possibly can next year, and that's what the Spurs did. They said, "All right, we'll trade DeJounte Murray, but we don't want anything in return really except for picks because we don't want to be good next year." You know what I mean? Like
Utah about to do the same damn thing.
No, they already are, dude. Absolutely, they already are. And they rightfully, honestly, they should. And I don't want Vic going there, dude. I'll be absolutely upset if Victor Wembanyama, a generational player, ends up in fucking Utah, dude. Like, come on, bro. The NBA cannot let that happen. We know they rigged the drafts, dude. They have to rig it next year, bro.
They should rig it, and hopefully they have a 2 expansion teams by then and let Victor go to one of them, preferably the team in Vegas.
Dude, I'll be so sick. Oh my god, dude, it's not gonna happen because if they announce the expansion teams next year, they ain't gonna play till like 2024, 25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I get where you're coming from, dude. Like, dude, it'll be a nasty day if the Utah Jazz get it, bro. Bro, come
Boston
on.
West don't deserve nothing nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be sick, dude, for months. All right, let's talk about some other news that dropped today. So Kyler Murray officially signed his contract extension, and then it came out. I don't know who initially reported it or where they got it from, to be honest. But
I think the first guy to report it was the dude from NFL Network.
Do they make these contracts like public? Is that normal?
No, stuff like that usually doesn't get out unless the agent or the team lets it get out, because we ain't never seen that type of clause in NFL contracts.
That's what I'm saying. We've seen like you have to make a certain amount of weight.
Weight, come in and shave, workout bonuses during the offseason, offset language like that. You know, if a player has problems with the puffy puff, they put a clause like that in there, you know, like your boy. Like the Cowboys try to do Randy Gregory.
But the interesting thing to me, Ervin, is that like this isn't even like film study, because he does film study in the facility. This is like doing work at home. But is that normal? Do players normally like do that at home?
Some do. The great ones do. You know, like Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I mean Tom Brady,
Brady's people like that. But honestly, you know, some people feel like watching too much film can be a detriment too, because you overthink a lot.
Yeah.
They just want Kyler to fulfill his duties as being the face of a franchise. And, you know, he's a quarterback. So, and it's only 4 hours. So that's what, an hour a day, 2-3 days out the week. On your off day, watch an hour of film. So there's NFL Network was explaining it like he's going to have an iPad. They're going to be able to track it and see how often he's using it and all that good stuff. Because all this goes back to his leadership qualities. That's probably the only knock on Kyler is his leadership and his body language when they're getting down or things not going his way, which when you watch him play at Oklahoma, he was the same way. So,
well, he's a competitor too, bro. He's a sore loser.
I get it. Yeah, most winners are sore losers. Who likes losing? Nobody. Like they say, show me a good loser. And what does it say? What's the saying say? Show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser. But
exactly.
The only thing that I say, you know, it's been quarterbacks that didn't really watch film like that and been damn good. Michael Vick. Who else can I think of that didn't really watch film like that?
I don't even know who does. Like, cause like,
you only hear about certain quarterbacks, the Brady's, the Brees. Like, not to sound like going off on a tangent here, but the white QBs, they got to study. They study a little harder because they're not as fleet footed as those other dudes.
No, it's true, dude. They're not as athletic. They don't have as much skill. Like
Yeah, so
natural talent, I should say. They don't have as much natural
I
talent.
get what the Arizona Cardinals are doing. They gave this dude damn near $250 million. So it's certain things that the owner wants in his contract to protect the team and make Kyler living up to being the face of an NFL franchise, which a franchise QB is going to be 10 times out of 10.
Yep.
And now, should it come down to that? No. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to be giving you 200 damn near 50 million of my dollars, certain stuff I want
to know you are focused.
Yeah, you're focused. You're focused on fulfilling and committed to trying to win me a Super Bowl.
Yep. I think partially a lot of this has to do with a lot of people think that like outside of football he's way too focused on video games because he's part of that. He's part of that. What thing? That thing that Bronny James is part of. What's it called? I'm not a gamer, dude.
Fortnite.
FaZe Clan, is that what they're called?
Oh, I don't know, but I know I know he's damn good at playing video games. Like
So I think that's kind of what this is like they don't want him going home and just like gaming till fucking 3 a.m, dude. Which honestly I think happens with a lot of fucking players nowadays, dude. Like even Josh Hart is like talked about it.
You gotta realize NFL players, they don't do 2-a-days no more. Most of the time at practice, outside of training camp, they're not really hitting and doing like all that physical stuff like that. It's mostly walkthroughs and game planning. So they only can do that so much. And then they go home and they have the rest of their day to pretty much do whatever the fuck they want. They're millionaires. So, some people go home and work on a business. Some people go home and
he should take up golf.
Yeah, so stuff like that. So it just depends on what you're into, what your hobbies are, what you like to do. Now, his one hobby is very time consuming. So I get that, they want him dedicated to football for, a minuscule amount of time outside of being inside the office.
Bro, could you imagine being like so athletically gifted that he is that you are a first round pick in baseball and football?
Yeah, you ain't seen that since what, Bo Jackson?
Dude, I don't even think Bo Jackson was a first round pick in Major League Baseball, though.
I don't think he was either. Wait, who was? Whoa, no. Dave Winfield.
Yes, Dave Winfield was.
He was a first round pick in basketball, football, and baseball.
That's an athlete, bro.
He was a monster. I think, no, I was Willie Stargell. He almost hit one out of Dodger Stadium. Willie Stargell hit it out twice.
That's crazy.
I think he hit the actual longest home run at Dodger Stadium ever.
That's crazy.
I think his one like 512, some shit like that. He hit it to the parking lot.
That's a long stadium too, and the ball doesn't really carry out there.
Yeah, so you gotta
fucking hit that motherfucker. I mean, we just watched the home run derby. You know what I mean? Like I think
nobody hit it out during the derby.
What was the farthest hit ball was like 492 or 494. It wasn't even that far.
Juan Soto.
Yeah. I shouldn't say it's not that far. That's far. That's a far ball. Dude, but like in comparison to like hitting out of the ballpark.
Yeah, because he hit it to left center. I think if he would have hit it if he would have pulled it, that definitely would have got out of Dodger Stadium because
that's crazy.
Tatis home run only went not only, but it went 475 and he hit it out.
Damn. All right, let's talk about some Major League Baseball. So today we had the Giants against the Diamondbacks. The Giants are in a wild card race. After tonight, they are, where are they at? They're 2.5 back of St. Louis. However, St. Louis has a 2-game set starting tomorrow against Toronto, and they will be without Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado, which we'll get to in a second. And then Philadelphia, big comeback win over the Braves in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hit a 3-run home run to take a 2-run lead. They end up winning 6-4.
Stops.
Just an awful outing by the Braves. Max Fried on the bump.
That dude is looking washed. Man, he's starting to look like Blake Snell.
Hold on, hey, let's pump the brakes there. Let's pump the brakes. But I mean that is a bad loss. You have your ace on the mound, and he has Ervin. You're right. Like I'm not gonna go as far as saying that he looked like Blake Snell, but he definitely has not looked like the ace that he has been for sure in the last 3 starts. He gave up 5 runs to Washington. He gave up 3 runs to the Mets before that, and then he gives up 3 runs tonight against the Phillies, which basically cost him the game. And this is a team that was only a game and a half back going into tonight of their division against the Mets, and the Mets have a series starting against the Yankees starting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have only been a game back and really set themselves up nicely to take control of that division. Now it's baseball, dude. Don't get me wrong. Like, you can't win every single game. Strange things happen, which is why, we learned our lesson taking the Blue Jays against the minor league roster of the Royals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, laying that kind of money on that VIG minus 300 in a baseball game isn't necessarily the best thing to do because anything can fucking happen, dude.
Yeah, look at the Dodgers. They was minus 300 tonight, and we losing.
Yeah, I mean, well, Gonsolin should never be minus 300 though. That's an issue, bro. He's not a good enough. I'm sorry, dude. He's not a good enough pitcher to be laying minus 300. Like, I need a bona fide ace for that, dude. I need a fucking 2011 Justin Verlander, dude.
Well, they giving him that because of his record. We all know he's not a top level ace pitcher. He got a damn good record. But
well, he's pitched like in the first half, but he's over his career innings, so we knew there was going to be some regression coming. It was just a matter of when, and now it's been happening. You know what I mean? Unfortunate, but what do you think of these division races? Like, me and Ben kind of talked about them last night, like where we kind of see things shaking out.
Yeah, it's starting to get interesting. The AL East is going to come down to the Braves and the Mets. That's going to be a close one. They got a good amount of games left to play each other head to head. But as far as the Braves, they got a 4 or 5 game lead right now in the wild card. So,
no, the Braves are they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
dude.
they're definitely going to be in the playoffs. It's just, is their pitching staff going to get anywhere near back to the level it was last year? I think that's going to determine how far they go in the playoffs. And back to Max Fried, he just got to start locating his stuff better because the velocity's still there. The curveball is still deadly. It's just he's not locating it. He's missing spots. And if you miss by an inch, the ball ends up in the stands, and that's what's happening to him.
He's all over the place right now, and he gets behind in counts way too much, dude.
And then he's trying to make up for it by just throwing gas over the plate and just getting hit.
Yep. You just got to run into a fastball, bro, and it's fucking...
So I think the AL East is definitely going to be interesting.
The NL East?
The NL East, my bad. The AL East is pretty much the Yankees. The Yankees and the Dodgers pretty much got their division sold up, and the Houston Astros. Unless they just fall off a cliff and have like a historically bad 2-3 weeks to a move.
Yep.
So that's the only way those divisions will become interesting. The Central is going to be a 3-team race between Minnesota, Cleveland, and Chicago. Yep. Now, Chicago just need to find some damn consistency on offense
and pitching.
And the pitching, they got to probably get another bullpen arm or two, probably a starter. Because Giolito's been complete ass. So,
Ben was saying that if he was a White Sox, he'd be out going and getting Frankie Montas or Luis Castillo, dude, because he was like,
hey, put out a filler for Sandy, something. But I think that division is going to come down to the wire, and I like my AL wild card. I'm hoping that the Mariners hold it down and get their shit together because I want to see them in the playoffs.
Well, I think they're gonna make the playoffs, dude. I think at this point it's way too they're what 3.5 up from in their spot. They're already in the second spot, so they have to drop a whole spot plus fall out.
Oh no, they're in the third spot now.
Oh, they are in the third spot.
Tampa Bay has a game in front of them. But Tampa Bay lost tonight. They're probably gonna lose tomorrow too.
I mean, I just want to see the Orioles in the playoffs, bro. That's all I care about. If the A's aren't gonna make it, I need the Orioles in there, bro. But I don't know if it's gonna be possible for the Orioles. They definitely need a starter. If the rumors are true that they're interested in Pablo Lopez and they are able to get him, I do think we could see things happening. Like Ben and I talked about this last night because he was like, why would you give up something if you're a year away already, like to speed up? And I told him, you're a Giants fan, dude. All you got to do is make it in the playoffs and anything can happen. And Giants fans know that better than anybody else.
Oh, yeah. They won the World Series 3 times being a wild card team.
twice being a wild card team. The
Well,
first
twice.
one they won the NL and they were down 6 games with a week left, dude, and fucking the Padres choked it up. That was
Shout out to the Padres.
That was some
Speaking
incredible
of the
choke job.
Padres, speaking of the Padres, reading on Twitter, these are just pages. Well, one is actual verified. Well, two of them is verified pages, and they're saying that Soto is coming down to the Dodgers, Padres, and the Cardinals are in the lead to get him. No, not the Padres. The Cardinals are in the lead.
Yeah. I mean, the Padres have been aggressive in getting guys, so I could see it.
Yeah, but man, they would have to. Well, they gonna have $300 and some $1 million con. Well, Soto's gonna be 400 and some million. Then they're gonna have
Tatis,
Machado. But they're gonna have to find a way to get rid of Hosmer because his deal is terrible.
Yeah, they got to get rid of Hosmer. I also think that they have starting pitching issues. We've kind of seen them regress. Joe Musgrove cannot go through a lineup more than twice, dude.
And Manea got shelled today by the Tigers. That's horrible.
Yeah, although he did have like 5 unearned runs in that game because of an error, but still, like he got absolutely shelled. Yeah, I mean the Padres are an interesting situation. I just always look at it like if I'm a player, if I'm a hitter, if I'm an everyday player, like why do I want to play for the Giants or a team like the Padres when they play in a very, very pitching friendly ballpark, right?
Yeah.
For Soto, I think it's a little bit different because he's like an all field type hitter and he's a gap to gap hitter. He's not necessarily a home run hitter. He just happens to hit home runs. So I don't think it's as big of a deal, but I mean, dude, that makes the Padres nasty. They would still have to figure out how to get some pitching because I do think they need like a bona fide ace, dude. You know, and I think Mackenzie Gore could be that kind of guy, but I'm assuming that if they trade for Soto, Mackenzie Gore is going to be like the centerpiece of the package.
Yeah, he's gone for sure. He's gonna be gone.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me if I'm the Padres, dude. Like, I'm not going to give up something I'm already weak on to get something that, yeah, Soto's going to make us better, but is he going to put us over the top? Like, no. You know what I mean? That's why I've been telling you about the Dodgers, too. Like, for the Dodgers, it's a luxury. They don't need Soto. They need a starter, though.
We need a starter, yeah.
They need a starter. So, same with the Yankees. Because the Yankees cannot go into the playoffs, Ervin, with Garrett Cole and then Montgomery.
Well, leave it up to Yankees fans. They don't need one, so we'll see how that works out.
No, that's
if that offense don't stop. Well, Aaron Judge stops hitting home runs. They're gonna be in trouble.
And come playoff time, dude. Like, all right. So let me ask you this: the Yankees, Garrett Cole, and then Montgomery or whoever you want to put as their second best starter.
Well, probably Nestor Cortez because that's what everybody think is their second best pitcher right now.
I'd probably say Montgomery is their second best pitcher, but okay, you could put Cortez, Montgomery, Tyon, whoever you want to put there. Do they have a better 1-2 punch than the Blue Jays, the Mariners, the Astros, the even the White Sox? I would take Dylan Cease and Cueto over both Garrett Cole and whoever you want to put behind them right now.
And the White Sox 2 best pitchers are terrible, but they got damn good stuff too. But
Dylan Cease is their best pitcher, and he's fucking incredible.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, last year was Giolito and Cope. What happened to Kopech? Is he hurt?
He's just. I mean, he's in Gonsolin territory, bro. He's approaching uncharted territory. We've never seen him pitch as many innings. You know what I mean?
We got to see what he's made of. Basically, can he be durable?
Yep.
But yeah, the Yankees 1-2 punches, like you said, easily will be the worst in the unless the Orioles make the playoffs or who else? That would probably be it.
Yep.
The Guardians, they would have a better 1-2 punch than them. But that's.
The Guardians got Shane Bieber and Cal Quantrill. I take both of them over.
Oh yeah, that's. I forgot about him.
I take both of them over whoever the fuck after Garrett Cole because Yankees got Garrett Cole and then they got a bunch of dudes that are having career years.
That's kind of basically sounds like the Giants last year, but
yeah, I mean it does, to be honest.
But yeah, I would definitely suggest they get another starter. Check in on Sandy, Pablo. Oh boy, we always talk about Frankie. what's the guy from the Castillo?
Luis Castillo.
There's some starters out there that's available they can get, but
Yeah, but I think those are like the top of the line guys. I don't think the Marlins would ever trade Sandy Alcantara either, but I think
I didn't
that
know he just signed that contract with him too. He got a real good.
he got a team friendly deal too.
Yeah, super team friendly.
So I think like there is a possibility they could get Pablo Lopez, but I mean, aside from Pablo Lopez, Frankie Montas, and Luis Castillo, everybody else that's available on the market is going to be like second tier type guys, just inning eaters, like Jose Quintana.
Well, that's really all they need. Well, they should probably check in on Patrick Corbin.
Nah, they need a bona fide like 2-3 guy in the playoffs, bro. You cannot go into a 7-game playoff series.
With
what they have, dude. I mean, maybe I'm not gonna take away like they could go out in the playoffs and Nestor Cortez could be lights out, and so could Tyon, and so could Montgomery. But I'm saying like, are you going to rely on that? You know what I mean? Like these guys, first of all, they're approaching the career innings pitched, right? That's one thing. And then second thing is these are like career 4+ ERA pitchers.
And they're all like at what, 2-3 right now?
Yeah, they're having career years. It's like at some point there's going to be some regression to the mean, right? And that could happen at the wrong time. We've already seen some regression from Tyon and Cortez in the last few weeks.
Their bullpen taking some hits too, so they definitely got to add some bullpen arms.
They have to get a fucking high leverage reliever for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Dodgers do too, Ervin.
Yeah, I know, because Trinan hasn't go unless Trinan and what's the name come back healthy. We might have to add one for the. They supposed to be healthy for the stretch run, but we might have to add another one just to be safe.
Yep.
Gratterall shoulder keeps bothering him. At the end of the day, that usually leads to some type of surgery or some type of scope or something. So,
shoulder in a pitcher is never a good thing, dude.
Yeah, and that was one of his red flags when he got. That's why Boston didn't want him in a Mookie trade, because his shoulder, his medical came back on his shoulder, and it was showing like it wasn't like 100% good.
That is not good. But I mean, he's been pretty steady for you guys.
Yeah, he's been durable. It's just, every once in a while throwing that damn hard, I guess it, bothers his shoulder every once in a while.
Yep. All right, let's look ahead to some games for tomorrow. That have some playoff implications. So the first one we got, we got Josiah Gray going to Dodgers tomorrow against Mitch White. That'll be a good one. Josiah Gray against his former team.
You can shut him down?
I think so. He didn't look very good his last start, but he could.
I know.
He could not.
But like you said,
he could not throw his fastball, dude.
It could be all good. It could be all bad. So let's see how it works out.
Yep. I mean, his last start, like he could not throw his fastball at all. Like he was literally just throwing sliders and changeups the whole time, because every time he would throw his fastball, it was like fucking 3 feet out of the strike zone, dude, and nobody was taking him serious, so they were just waiting on that changeup in the zone. But we got a few playoff implication type games tomorrow. We got Philadelphia versus Atlanta again. We got Strider versus Nola in that game. That should be a great pitching duel. We got the Mets versus Yankees in the Subway Series. Montgomery versus Taiwan Walker. That should be a great game. We also have Tampa Bay versus Baltimore. Shane McClanahan against Spencer Watkins. Baltimore can't hit lefties, so don't bet on Baltimore tomorrow. And then we got the Cardinals versus the Blue Jays.
I was just going to bring that up. Blue Jays missing the Cardinals are missing their 2 best hitters.
They do, but they definitely have an advantage in the pitching matchup, because Toronto has Jose Barrios on the mound. And right now, Toronto minus 230 favorite. I don't know if I'm willing to lay minus 230 on Jose Barrios, because last time we laid minus 300 on Gausman, and he pitched well. It's not like he pitched bad, but Toronto couldn't hit. Toronto could not hit, dude. So
and they was at home.
That is a concern. Toronto is hot right now. They're coming off a series against Boston where they put up 54 runs in 3 games.
But Boston looked at that was the worst run differential in a 4-game series in MLB history. I don't think that's ever gonna happen again.
Yeah, no, it probably wouldn't. It is worrisome though that the Cardinals don't have their 2 best players, but I think at plus 185, like I would just take my chances, to be honest, and throw a couple shekels on that, because they do have a better pitching matchup with Payente. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Payente.
Paella. Yeah, same. We get go ahead with that.
Sorry, I don't mean to I don't want to disrespect him. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it because it kind of sounds like paella, but paente.
Yeah. And I mean, Jose Barris has been fucking trash, dude. He hasn't been good all year.
Last time I bet on him, he ruined my perfect parlay. So I'm gonna fuck Jose Barrios. I'm not betting on the Blue Jays tomorrow.
Yeah, no, they're terrible. And the Blue Jays also, well, they're facing a righty. At least they don't have to face a lefty, so that's good. Because last time they couldn't even hit Bubich. That was nasty stuff. But they are swinging the sticks well. Barrios.
We glanced over this game.
Which one?
The Twins versus Milwaukee.
Dylan Bundy versus
Ethan Small. Yeah, I think you might want to take the Twins in that. But Bundy gives up a lot of home runs though.
And Bundy's not good on the road. He's good at home, but he's. Hold on, let me look at his home road splits because I know for a fact that fool fucking stinks on the road, but at home he's hella good.
Yeah, one team is -105, the other one is -115. So this is truly a toss-up.
It's a pick'em game, dude. Basically, it's basically a pick'em. Will the Dodgers come back in this game? They got 3 outs left, Ervin.
Let's see. Well, we've been low-key cardiac kids sometimes. I don't know. Some nights we just don't have it offensively.
Yeah, so Dylan Bundy's home road splits at home 2.61 ERA, away 6.02, dude.
Yeah, definitely pick against Dylan Bundy on the road.
And at home against right-handed pitching, the Milwaukee Brewers have I know they're good against righties. They're fifth in WRC plus against right-handed pitchers at home, 114 WRC plus.
And the Padres need to get their act together. They got whooped pretty bad tonight by the lonely Detroit Tigers. So let's see how they can bounce back tomorrow.
Well, I took the Tigers today because right now teams that play Sunday Night Baseball that have to travel are only winning 28% of the games they play.
Damn.
Remember when the Dodgers played the Braves and then traveled to Colorado and got smoked by the Rockies?
Yeah, we had to get in there super late.
Yep. Dude, these teams that are traveling on Sunday night, they are absolutely struggling, bro. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking at Monday plays, dude. You might as well, at this point, you might as well just take the home team, dude, and you're gonna win. 80% of the time, you're gonna win.
Well, Lux, Bellinger, and Thompson. Well, we know one dude is getting out for sure.
Dude, I just need one run for the live over, bro. I'm
not even gonna mention his name anymore. Man, I wrote for that dude like no other. Complete letdown.
I just don't understand how you get so bad, bro. How do you go from MVP to absolutely being dreadful, dude?
To Jackie Bradley. He went from MVP to Jackie Bradley Jr.
Dude, how does that happen? How does it happen?
I think it's this approach at the plate, bro. Because when he just go up there and tries to make contact, he's a way better hitter. But when he takes that all or nothing approach, man, it's like, okay, you look at Cody Bellinger in the playoffs last year. Looks like a totally different player.
Yeah.
Now that we back to the regular season, he's back to being all or nothing. Either it's a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. And then every once in a while, it'll be a single or a double. But I don't know. I think that dude would just played himself out of a big payday. I think the Dodgers are either going to trade him or just try to give him like a prove it deal or something. But he's not getting paid.
Well, the thing is, though, is that he won that MVP, so it's like arbitration. Like he's already
super high, yeah.
So it's like they have to try to trade him, but it's like nobody's gonna want to trade for him because they're not gonna want to pay him that kind of money either. So it'll be interesting. They obviously don't have to give him a qualifying offer, which could change a lot of stuff, but then that makes him a free agent. He can go negotiate elsewhere. But again, like who's gonna negotiate a big deal with him, dude? You know what I mean?
Nobody. A team that has to spend money probably.
I sure as hell wouldn't. I know the fucking A's wouldn't.
The A's would. Y'all could use Cody.
Nah, I know for sure they ain't giving him any kind of.
Especially if y'all go to Vegas.
They'd give him a 1 year like prove it deal though. They love those deals.
If y'all go into Vegas, he's from Arizona, so you're gonna be close to home. He might warm up in that heat out there.
That was such a bad base running mistake by Juan Soto too.
That was horrible. Man, he's bro. He know he's getting traded. He don't give a fuck about that team no more.
Yeah, he done. He out.
He's just showing up. I'm just here so I won't get fined. That's basically what Juan Soto doing right now.
Jeez. All right, let's get some best bets for tomorrow. What do you like for tomorrow?
I like the Yankees.
Damn, you took my fucking best bet, dude.
I was looking at that today. I like the Yankees.
My best bet is Yankees money line. I got it at minus 105 earlier. It's already moved to minus 110 in most books, but the Mets have not been very good against left-handed pitching all season. They're 13th in WRC plus at home versus lefties and 17th in OPS at home against lefties. The Yankees are first in WRC plus versus righties on the road. And while Taijuan Walker has been good, he's been great actually. He hasn't pitched in 10 days, so I think we can expect a little bit of rust. And the Mets bullpen, Ervin, has also been absolutely trash since the All-Star break. 6 ERA. And Aaron Judge is on an absolute fucking tear. Let's take the Yankees money line, baby. Let's go. Cash those tickets.
I know the Astros cost a lot of people tonight.
Oh, yeah. Man, for those of you that are out there that are new to baseball betting, please look at the lines, dude, and look at the pitchers. There's no way Jake Odorizzi on the road should be worth minus 200 or more. If you really don't want to play the A's plus 200, keep in mind, dude, you lay $100, you win 200 there. You win double your money. Don't play the game at all. Don't ever take a pitcher like Jake Odorizzi and back in minus 200. You just don't do it. Do not do it. Stay away. Make sure to go to Tavour.com. Download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 and more. Also keep in mind, sometimes the best bets you make are the ones that you do not make. Yes. Go to Tavour.com. Download Tavour app. Download the Tavour app. Use promo code TAPROOM. $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. For Swerve and Ervin, Washington, I'm Jordan. Stacks on Stacks, lads. We'll be back on Wednesday. We'll be breaking down the Big 12 win totals over, under. It's going to be a good one. Good conference. There's there's 4 good teams there that could win the conference. I'm excited for this one. So we'll see y'all later. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday, and let's win this money, baby.